Yes. Hello everyone, it's me, Ivy. Hi, welcome. Today I have a really beautiful game for you today. Hi, sweetheart, welcome. Hi, thanks for being here. Hi. So today I'm playing Ikemen Prince. I know the title and the game I'm actually playing are different. No. It's because still my old name. Oh no. Yeah, I haven't shown the new name yet, honey. Yeah, the reason why it's because Ikemen Prince doesn't exist in Twitch. So I feel I put nothing at all, and I don't want to put nothing at all. But it seems to be the most popular one anyway, so it's fine. So I will tell you something. I have planned to do most of this pre-recorded, but I realized that that's kind of silly because when it comes to this sort of ultimate games, they never I found in these sort of ultimate games, they never make you do like the paywall stuff like really soon. So there should be a decent amount of gameplay left before they smack a paywall on it. Sorry, yeah. When I say paywall, I mean like tickets or gems or gold or something to continue the story. That shouldn't happen yet. I mean, it is gonna happen, but I should have enough to do at least one stream. So what I'm gonna do is show you what I have pre-recorded, and then we'll go into the live game. Okay. There's Discord. Here we go. Random nonsense. Ignore that. Prologue. Ignore that too. Once upon a time, there lived 8 princes. Are you ready to meet them? Have you ever dreamed of a love as sweet and delectable as candy? What about a love as bitter and unsweetened tea, or as tangy as or sharp as citrus? And too fast. The world has always been full of love stories, each one a little different, in its own way. I'd read so many of them, but each time I was reminded that I've never known what it's like to love someone like that. Most people my age had already fallen in love, gotten married, and started their own families. And sometimes I envied that. Sometimes I wondered if it was time to stop dreaming about the sort of desperate love that makes you want to sacrifice everything. And yet, I was spending another day reading, another day yearning for a love so all-consuming you'd risk your life to hold on to it. Ah, that was so amazing. The bookstore was quieter than usual that afternoon, and I sighed happily as I closed the book I'd been reading. And there's no customers either. I mean, having no customers is kind of a problem, but it means I get to read more of... What? I jumped a mile as a sudden shudder fell across the counter in front of me. Wait, Rio? What are you doing here? That's okay. I don't mind. But shouldn't you be at work?
ああ、一昨日辞めたんだ。
Mata? Right, of course. Wait, you quit?
だから今は絶賛職探し中。
Right. Again. We'd had a similar conversation a few months earlier, and a few months before that. And I had to admit, I was a little worried. I just don't get it. You're good with your hands. You learn fast. And you're so friendly. Sure, you're clumsy sometimes. But, so why did you quit this time?
それは、俺が君のものだからだよ。
あれ Since when? Why is he
君
flirting?
が助けてくれたあの日から、身も心も全部捧げてるからね。
I saved you.
他の人間には使えられないんだ。
So what you're really saying is you don't want to tell me why you quit. I'd never forget that day, 3 years earlier, when I'd found Rio passed out on the street in the pouring rain and taken him in. And I'll never regret it. You're a good friend, but sometimes it feels like a big cuddly puppy dog imprinted on me that day.
俺、いつだって本気だからね。
Hi CPT Red, welcome, here's your fanfare. Hi. Playing an ultimate game today.
ここで君と一緒に働かせてほしいって直談判したいんだけど。
You know what's... I'm sure you noticed the major difference between this and Ikemen Vampire. Everything's voiced. I hate to tell you this, but he left yesterday on another trip to get more stock. He's not gonna be back for ages.
そんな。
I knew I should suggest he find a different job, but he looked like a puppy who'd just been kicked. And I couldn't do it. Okay, so maybe you can't talk to him directly, right? No. But why don't we write him a letter about it?
いいの？
Yes, really. Honestly. I could do with the extra help, especially when it comes back with boxes and boxes of new books.
ありがとう。俺、今度から君のことはご主人様って呼ぶね。
Okay. Now you're talking. Taking it to... That's my stomach. Have you been CPT Red? Playing lots of Star Wars, I hope. You didn't hear that, did you?
バッチリ。でも安心して。俺、君のことは何でもお見通しなんだ。
This music's kind of getting on my nerves now. Okay. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's so repetitive. Like, over and over and over again. I just hope it don't change eventually. Rio's smile was triumphant as he began to wheel the cart across the room. Wait, is that one of the book cats? When did you manage to...
こんなこともあろうかと。じゃっじゃーん。
Chachang nani? There was cloth covering the cat, and Rio lifted it away with a dramatic flourish. There was fresh thread oozing with cheese, rose-shaped pastries, candied fruits. apple baguettes, honey cakes, and more. They were all foods I was used to seeing at festivals, but I'd never been offered so many of them all at once before.
俺の昼食も兼ねてるんだけど、買いすぎ
Yes,
て
you
困
are,
ってたんだよね。
It's lunchtime. Oh, I'm reading his lines. He's voiced.
君がもりもり食べてくれると嬉しい。
I'm sorry. Well, you're gonna offer. I'm not going to say no. Thanks, Rio. You're a sweetheart. He handed me one of the rose-shaped pastries. And as soon as I bit into it, I was beaming at him. This is so good. Although all this festival food, right? Is there a festival on today? Or something?
うん。今日はロードライト王国の建国記念日だからね。
Ah, そうでしたか。That person! Hi, thanks for coming. And that's where I'm gonna stop. So that's all I pre-recorded, so we're on to the next part. Welcome to Ikemen Prince, Beauty and Her Beast. Here's your fanfare. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you guys being here today. My Live 2D debut is tomorrow. Can you believe it? It's literally tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Live 2D debut is tomorrow. Not tomorrow. What the hell am I talking about? The day after tomorrow. I mean, it's the day after tomorrow, but it feels like tomorrow. But it's tomorrow for me, soldier. It's one day and 23 hours away. So maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit. Let's go. Alright, so here's the next part. So this is live now. The bit before was pre-recorded. This is actually live. Oh, this is resume. We're outside now. Wow, really? Thanks. It's gorgeous. I'll wear it with pride and tell everyone where I got it. So the boy from before, Rio, gave her a nice pretty present, along with all the pastries and meats he given her from the festival. Miss Ivy, I bet you love our brooches, too. Here, this one's for you, but don't tell anyone it was a gift. Are you sure? Thank you so much. I love it. I was already carrying an armful of books I'd bought, and it was a struggle to figure out what to do with them. Oh, and it's too slow. I was grateful for the kindness of the stall owners, and I thanked each one with a bright smile before moving on. I'm tired, I don't want to sleep yet. Okay, listen to a beautiful love story then. Let me know if I'm not loud enough. Please. As I made my way down the street, I noticed banners everywhere, proudly proclaiming, "Run for that kingdom, the kingdom of roses." Sometimes I get so caught up in my books that I forget to pay attention to the real world, but I love it here. Roses influence our traditional arts and crafts, architecture, even a palace in the distance was surrounded by them. A deep breath brought me the familiar sweet smell of roses in bloom, and I smiled, glad all over again to be a Rodolican. And now that I've got some new books, I should find something nice for Rio to thank him. I wonder if he'd like... "What you really going, you brat?" "Huh?" The gruff, angry yell was so out of place that I stopped and turned to look, along with everyone around me. My gaze was immediately drawn to a red-faced man towering over a young boy who was sprawled on the floor at his feet. Ah!
What are you doing, alright? You gotta apologize, well.
Not good. The drunken man raised his fist threateningly, and I dashed forwards, putting myself between him and the young boy.
And what do you want?
What on earth are you doing? He's just a little boy.
Shut up! I ain't got nothing to do with ya.
He raised his fist again, and suddenly it was flying straight towards my face. I wasn't about to abandon the young boy, and I jerked my arms to block his attack, my books tumbling to the ground. Almost without thinking, I squeezed my eyes shut, bracing for the blow. Hang on. Wasn't that supposed to hurt? It was a voice I'd never heard before, but it was a compelling tone to it that made me open my eyes. The drunkard's fist hovered in the air, caught in the powerful grip of the tall, muscular man who stood behind him.
騒ぐなら俺が相手になるがどうする？
イケメン素敵。スクリーンでちょっとキッキッはい。オートラインスティンクでしょ？そうですよね。そうですよね。Okay, let's keep a tally. Who is Ivy gonna choose as her Oshi? Who will be my prince? You're saved by a man with brazen smile of a lion, but there's more than one beast roaming the streets. Oh, Shinzo, baby, thanks for the head pad. Ow! 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 Arigato. Thank you. Let's go.
騒ぐなら俺が相手になるがどうする？
Nice. 素敵の声ですよね。素敵。いくよ。The man's amber gaze moved towards me, and I caught my breath as our eyes met. There was something about him that was larger than life, and the street grew quiet around him as all eyes were drawn to him. Phew! I've never seen anyone with so much presence. It's like you dominate the scene just by existing. His gaze swept the crowd, the gaze of a predator looking for his next meal. And nobody wanted to meet it. Hi, honey. Thank you. Yesterday I got my girl. I got Fortune. And I hope you get your girls too, honey. See you soon. Mwah. He was clearly not someone you should pick a fight with, and the tension in the air told me that everyone else had sensed it too. Or at least, almost everyone.
You wanna fight me? Yeah, let's do it!
へえ、息がいいな。
素敵な声ですよね。はい、加賀さん。加賀様, please come home to my beautiful cat person, my wonderful knight. Come home, Foxy. I'll sing for you fox sounds. Ow, ow, fox summoning. Ow, ow, ow. I don't know if it'll work, but good luck, my sweet. Mwah. Wait, please! Can't we find a peaceful way to resolve?
Shut up!
No! My heart stopped completely for a moment as a drunkard kicked angrily at my fallen books, sending several of them flying. I watched in horror as they soared through the air, pages flapping wildly before landing in the middle of the street. Of course, it had been right as someone was riding a horse straight towards them. Steki! Yabe, look at him. Oh my sheesh. Hey, let's keep count of all the handsome princes. Gotta choose one to be my Oshi today. It was a majestic white horse, but it was the rider who caught my attention, staring at the book scene as he reined his horse in. Oh, great! and we have the attention of two men who don't look like they should ever be messed with.
無礼者は貴様か
His gaze was as cold as ice, and something ruthless glittered deep within it, like a tiger catching sight of its prey. He wasn't even looking at me, yet I was afraid to move. Even the slightest twitch would bring death pouncing down on me. Wait a minute, the crest on your saddle. Oh no, you're a member of the royal family, aren't you?
Huh? Who do you think you are? Stop sneering at me!
The drunkard's face was flushed as he began stomping on my books. But there was a cruelty in the man's eyes that There was a cruelty in the other man's eyes that filled me with dread.
低俗な余興に付き合うつもりはなかったな。これもまた祝祭の一興か。
Wait! The babble of the festival around me seemed to fade into silence as the man began to draw his sword from the sheath at his hip. You can't be serious! Are we really going to kill him? Over this? Sunlight gleamed off his blade, almost blinding me. And then I was moving. That's enough! Pull yourself together! What? The sword was still only half free of its sheath when I reached the drunkard, slapping him across the face so hard my hand hurt. I could feel people staring at me, lots of people, but most of all, I could feel the gaze of two startled predators. Ooh, I guess I have a little fight in me, don't I? Well, it's not surprising, isn't it, though? Just went nice little smack. Said, no, I don't think so. I don't need these princes to protect me from this drunk. Just a little smack and he's off on his feet, innit?
What was that for?
You need to calm down, or do you want to get yourself killed over this?
What are you?
I glared at him, gesturing discreetly at the crest on the blonde man's saddle, and one glass drained all colour from his face. It was clear I'd finally got him through to him, so I breathed a quick sigh of relief before running towards the man on horseback. I'm very sorry if we caused you any trouble. I hope you can find some way to forgive and forget this incident. I lifted my skirt in a curtsy, wishing I had better idea of how to adjust royalty. But it wasn't like I'd ever had the chance. Suddenly, the golden-eyed men burst out loud, laughing, a loud, refreshing sound that cut straight through the tension. I was so wound up, I nearly jumped out of my skin. But I could feel the mood in the air lightening immediately.
安心しろ。こいつはこんなことで人殺すような強量な男じゃねえよ。
そうでしたか？え？何？
今日が覚めた。
シュバリエ。遊びはおしまい
He's
か。
so pretty. We got another one. Add to the collection. Hello. Hi, purple one. Another well-dressed young man appeared, shrugging smoothly as he reined in his chestnut horse next to the white one. Hi, honey. How you doing? I'm good. I have a beautiful princess and I have my wonderful knights here with me. I am good. Thanks for coming, honey. Forward kiss. Mwah. That was rhyming for netherite. How did you find some? I hope you did. I've actually gotten to play some Minecraft after I'm done here, so I'll meet you in the server. Cat person, were you able to get in so we can play together? Cat person, honey, I want to play Minecraft later. Everybody get in. Get in. Get in.
ああ、時間を無駄にした。
He seems very like he'll be the one that's hardest to get close to, you know? Begin my journey to make a full netherite beacon. What, in your home so we can find you 1,000 blocks away. Goodness. We're saved! I tension began to seep out of me until I realized the man's ice blue gaze was focused on my books strewn across the ground.
その本は貴様のものか
Chevalier. Are I'm still awake. Hi, wakarimashita. See, I have my princes left and right. But here is my knight, cat person. My other knights aren't here. Snake, no Tina, no bunny. So you have to hold the fort down yourself. In case you're wondering why I'm calling them knights, my mods are my knights. Ivy's a princess. He fell silent again, still staring intently at my books, and my breath hitched in my throat as his eyes narrowed. What am I missing here? Are books sacred to the royal family or something? His gaze moved suddenly from the books to me, pinning me to the spot, and I only distantly heard the man next to him speak.
なんだ今度は口説くのか
え
女に口説くほどの価値はないが
His sword moved in a sudden, fluid motion, and the next thing I knew, the tip of it was hovering just shy of my throat. But why? I held absolutely still, not even daring to breathe as he used the flat of the blade to tilt my chin up, forcing me to look at him.
それらの本は別だ貴様の体よりも価値がある重々覚えておけ
What the hell? I told you he'd be the hard. I knew it. I got a vibe he'd be the one hard to get close to, and I was trying to fucking kill me. You blonde little bastard. I want to ask what the hell is coming with wrong with you, but I know the better than answer to Christian royalty. I gave a faint nod, not daring to shift my head too much, and the blade moved away from my throat at last. I watched in stunned silence as he sheathed his sword and took up reins again, urging his horse onward. The man astride his chestnut horse watched him for a moment before nudging his own horse gently with his calves. But as he rode away, I saw his gaze move towards me, and I was startled by the bright amusement glittering in those golden eyes. The second they were both gone, I felt the tension inside me unraveling all at once, and I took a great, gasping breath. I thought that was going to end really, really badly, and I'm so glad we're all still alive. It's definitely a man with power. Yes, hold down the fort, my Sir Knight. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw the drunkard sinking weakly to the ground, but I ignored him and turned to face the other man. Thank you so much for helping us. We're indebted to you. Would you mind if I asked your name?
レオンだ。あと、敬語じゃなくていい。
Well, thanks, Leon. Do you know that guy? The one on the right horse?
ああ、まあそんなに話したことはねえけどな。
Leon bent over as he spoke, and I belatedly realized he was gathering up my fallen books, and the gifts I've been giving you as well.
ほら。
Oh, thank you. My knight in shining armor. But who's Prince? They're all a little scuffed, but nothing seems torn or damaged. And a good thing too, I spent way too much money on these.
お前、本好きなんだな。
Is this a girl dating sim? It is. It's a reverse harem. So I'm one girl, and there are about 6 or 7 beautiful princes all vying for my heart. / wanting to kill me at the same time. You know, typical ultimate game, isn't it? I love them. They're usually way more interesting than the real world. But right now, I took my books under my arm and knelt down next to the young boy, and Leon crouched at my side.
Chibi, 泣き止んだか?
Living out your dream, then? Well, it's not a dream. I have princes, well, knights. I have my knights, who are very lovely and strapping and handsome. One even has a crazy beard. Really nice full face of beard. Very handsome beard. I like beards. Especially if they're meant to protect me. Not that Wolf's a knight, but I guess you can call Wolf an honorary knight. I think everyone here would agree. Everyone who knows him. He's an honorary knight. What? Mama.
迷子か。なら、俺と来い。
Can you find Mama?
ああ、俺が探してやるよ。
He's like an Ikemen. だよね。Leon's smile was like warm sunshine as he reached down and lifted the boy up, setting him on his shoulders. Wow, I don't know what to say. You're like an entirely different person now. The stalking lion was gone, his predator's gaze now friendly and almost sweet somehow, and his gentle smile made my heart skip a beat. Already? Miss, thank you for helping me. You're welcome, and I'm really glad you're okay.
お前もな。じゃあ、行くか。
Oh, hang on. Before I could offer to help them search, Leon was striding away through the crowd, his hand raised in a casual wave. You scared me a bit at first. Okay. A lot. But now I feel like I've read you wrong. You're actually really nice. I hope this is true. I'll have to thank you properly if I ever run into you again. And you sure do stand out in the crowd, so you'd be hard to miss. I watched until they were out of sight, and turned away, hugging my books to my chest as I made my way through the crowds. Meanwhile,
見つけましたよ。
Another one. Add to the collection. A devil's summons, eh? The shadow of a devil draws nearer. But what is he planning? And where is he taking you? Discipline? He wants to discipline me? Yeah.
見つけましたよ。
A shadowy figure lurked in a back alley, lips curling up in a slow, devilish smile.
しつけがいがありそうです。
Kawaii. Why is it always the characters who wear glasses, who are in animes and things like this, who are always like the scariest, creepiest, like most terrifying characters in these types of things? I mean, just think of Aizen-sama from Bleach, or Kyoya from Oran Host Club. It's always the guy with the glasses who's like the most evil, you know? This guy sounds like a walking restraint order. Waiting. Exactly, doesn't he though? Sheesh. He's something, isn't he? Beautiful but terrifying. Koa. I made my way through the familiar streets of town, blithely unaware of many shadows lurking in the side streets. By the time I returned to the bookstore, the sun was sinking towards the west, painting the sky shades of gold and magenta. And then he stalked me from the shadows all the way to my house with a grin on his face. And that's how I met your father. Isn't it though? I didn't realize it was gonna take me so long to find a gift for Rio. I hope he's not too mad at me. What a beautiful scene. Saving that for later. I tried to think of the best way to apologize to him as I pushed the door to the bookstore open.
おかえりなさい。
Jump scare! What do you guys? What's he doing in my bookstore? I was greeted not by Rio, but by a stranger sitting atop the counter with his legs crossed and a faint smile on his face. I stared at the stranger. He stared back at me. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up, and I slammed the door shut, blocking off the sinister aura emanating from the store. Am I imagining things? Or was there a devil in the form of a man in the bookstore? No. I've got to be imagining things. I mean, devils don't actually exist, right? I'm tired, and it's dusk, and I'm sure it was my eyes playing tricks on me. It was just Rio. Please, let it just be Rio. I took a deep breath, steeling myself, and then I pushed the door open again. This time, there was no devil sitting on the counter. Instead, it was standing right in front of me.
随分なご挨拶ですね。
怖い。誰人？本当に怖い人ですよね。I spun about, ready to run, but an arm snaked its way around my middle and another pressed firmly over my mouth. What are you doing?
お静かに。そうでないと、息をするのも許しませんよ。
I froze, my whole body turning cold as the full meaning of those words sank in.
私はとある事情により、あなたを迎えに来ました。
The man lifted his hand from my waist, snapping his fingers, and several men appeared out of nowhere, surrounding me completely. Where did you come from? And if those uniforms are anything to go by, you're palace guards, but...
ひとまず、あなたを連行しますね。
But... Wait enough! What did I do to deserve this? I'm nobody! I work in a bookstore! But I knew I was no match for trained guards, and I kept my mouth shut as they bundled me in the coach, waiting right outside. Damn, today is not my lucky day. Before I knew it was happening, the coach had taken me to the palace, a place I'd only ever seen from a great distance. Wow, it's beautiful. The palace was solemn and regal, its towers stretching up in the cloud, and I stared lazily up at them for a long moment. Call the police! Save Ivy! Save me! Ow. Right, there was such alpha energy to this glasses man. Sheesh. Pardon me. Wait, this isn't time for that. Why am I here? What's going on? And...
邪魔なんだけど。
What? I jumped, my nerves twangling wildly as someone tapped me on the shoulder. I wheeled around and found myself face to face with two young men dressed in finery, the likes of which I'd never seen.
へえ、容姿は悪くないじゃん。イブちゃん、彼女のこと知ってる？
Another one. This seems like a playboy type, this one.
こんないかにも庶民な女なんて知らないよ。ノクトが過去に捨てた女じゃないの？
This one seems like Sun a little bit. slightly princely soon. Okay, who on earth are you two? Each new meeting puts you more on guard. But are you ready for the truth that awaits you? I'll play with you later. Tascaru!
へえ、容姿は悪くないじゃん。
こんないかにも庶民な女なんて
We did
知
this
らない
already.
よ。ノクトが過去に捨てた女じゃないの？
Chigo! They'd appeared out of nowhere, and they were standing too close. Their curious gazes focused on me, and I took a quick step back.
あれ、警戒してる。過去に捨てたこと根に持ってるのかな。
Eh?
はあ？本当に君が捨てた女なの？最低だね、この軽薄男。
I told you he was flirt. I told you he was a playboy. I know how to pick. I know how to read men. Hang on, could you two stop talking about me like that when I'm right in front of you? And who are you anyway? They're making me feel like an exhibit in a cage. The moment I spoke, Eve's jaw dropped.
まさか君、俺たちのことを知らないの？
Supposed to know who you are? You're pretty, but am I supposed to know who you are? That's exactly what I'm saying.
なんだ。やっぱ俺の女じゃなかったんだ。
いや、どうして知らないから。
そんなことはどうでもいいよ。俺のことを知らないなんて、あっちゃいけないことだと思う。
Aw, hurt your feelings, have I? Hey, watch it! Eves looked so aghast that I winced, ducking back as he reached towards me. But a sudden dark shadow blocked his way.
ノクト様、イブ様、紹介はまた後ほどします。
Summer? Your highnesses. Yes, all these guys are princes. I don't know about this one though.
いたんだあんた。
どんどん
この子、客人？
ええ。この後何のためにあなた方が集められているのか。
His
バカで
voice.
ないのならお察しください。
怖い人、本当に怖い。He's scary, everybody. Scary Ivy. But his voice is something there, isn't it? Oh?
なんだ。そういうこと。
Okay, what am I missing? And why does everyone keep talking about me like I'm not even here?
ご理解いただけたのでしたら
Oh, make us fair,
早
honey.
く円卓の前へ。
Welcome. Hi, hi. Here's your fanfare. Thank you so much for coming. I missed you. For a kiss. Mwah. How you been? What you doing? How you doing? How you been? How you sleeping? How you everything? Nosy.
はいはい、わかったよ。
Nocto raised his hand in a lazy wave as he strolled breezily past me, the faint scent of some sort of perfume wafting up. The scent faded away again quickly, and I breathed a sigh of relief. Suddenly, someone grabbed my hand from behind.
あんたとはまた今度遊んであげる。
助かる。でも、何よ? Excuse me? That was Japanese version of that. 何よ? I pulled my hand free from his grip, glaring at him, but he only chuckled, a knowing smirk on his lips as he turned and left. I don't know who you think you are, but if I see you again, I'm keeping a safe distance from you at all times. I'm good. I'm good. I had a nice lunch. Now I'm just chilling for a heat. A bit, I'm guessing you mean. And how's everyone else? Ivy had an interesting day. I made a bit of a fluff earlier, but I had a delicious croissant for lunch, and I had cocoa. I had some lovely iced cocoa. Lasted me the whole day. I didn't finish until I was on a train on the way home, and it was lovely. It was so lovely. I mind you, it was, reserve version of Starbucks, super duper fancy Starbucks. So it was worth the money though, a bit. The hot coke, I keep saying hot coke and it was iced. It was 500 yen and the croissant was 300 yen. But it was so good. It was so good and flaky and yummy. I turned away from Nocto, but my eyes met Eve's, and he put one hand on his hip and lifted the other, pointing accusingly at me.
俺はこんな凡人がベルなんて絶対認めないからね。
Told you it was soon soon. Just you wait, Eves. Mediocre? You don't even know me. You haven't even get a word in edgewise. He turned his back on my glare, remind me somehow of an angry cat. I could all but see his tail swishing as he stalked off. And I was so annoyed with being called mediocre that I glossed over the bell thing. Why do I feel like I should know what it means?
さあ、ぐずぐずしてないで。私たちも行きますよ。
Yeah, I know about cocoa is like 100 yen cheaper than that. At least for a nice cocoa. Hey, you don't need to push. The man's hand on my shoulder was surprisingly strong to propel me forwards, and I hastened my step to keep up with him. In moments, we passed through the biggest, grandest doors I'd ever seen. Into the biggest, grandest hall I'd ever seen. Wow, I always wondered what it might look like inside the palace. I feel like I've wandered into one of my books. Everything spoke of money and power. From the marble columns to the meticulously arranged roses, and I felt dizzy trying to take it all in. But one thing's for sure, I do not belong here. I am so out of place. Doubt surged up inside, slowing me to a halt, and a curious violet gaze moved to meet mine, ensnaring me.
おや、犯行の意思表示ですか?
It might be, even if I knew what that was rebelling against. Are you telling me are you gonna tell me what's going on? Or at least who you are? Ah, head to pat the arigato, thank you. I love head pats. I got a head pat earlier today in person. That was something. One of my little kids head patted me. I was like, at first he did it too rough. Like, that's not how you head pat. So I did it like really softly, like this little boy's head, and then the girl I was talking to, she also gave me a head pat. Like, why are my students head patting me? It was really surreal. Get head pats at work, but I give head pats all the time at work. But it was the first time someone given one to me. I was like, okay, life reflecting art a little bit, but thank you. It was super cute. It was adorable. My kids are cuties. And when I say kids, I mean my students. My students, I didn't have any kids. I really had pets. They were adorable.
ああ、そういえば自己紹介がまだでしたね。
そうですよね. His hand dropped away from my shoulder, and he smiled calmly, but his smile did nothing to make me feel better.
私はサリエルと申します。
シャリエル。
職業は宮廷官僚です。
そうでしたか? So he's the Sebastian of this world. Little Spear Honey, I'm sure you're wondering, why am I not playing Ikemen Vampire? It's because I can't continue with the story till I've collected 10,000 gold. I'm currently at 10,000. I need an additional 10,000 to complete the story. Because, you know, there's so many pagates in Ikemen Vampire. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to leave it for a while and collect until I'm able to go back to it. So in the meantime, I picked up the more recent release, which is this one. That's why this one seems a bit more updated. It's more voiced. It's fully voiced for the male characters. And yeah, it's just much more updated. So it's like Ikemen Vampire like 3.0 because it's just far beyond as far as the production value goes. Yes, I'm a teacher. Thank you very much, Andrea. Okay, and what does that mean for me?
今は警戒されているかもしれませんが、ご安心ください。私に懐くようしつけますので。
Excuse me? That's a first. Hey, I will train you to like me. With a little whip, a little crop, a little kiss. Nani kore? Cheating ga dame. Dame desu yo. No, thank you. Please tell me I had that wrong. I did know a lot about court ministers, but I was imagining them to be more noble and definitely a lot less terrifying. I'm not really into that sort of training, so if you could just go home, so I can just go home now, you know?
では、息することを諦めるのですね。
You guys are cool. I don't do these things. What? As if the threat wasn't bad enough. A smile told me I'd already done a deal with the devil, whether I wanted to or not. Can I at least ask you one thing? My friend Rio was meant to be minding the bookstore while I was out. Is he okay?
ええ、もちろん。あなたが私の言うことを聞いてくださるのであれば、命だけは保証しましょう。
I'm really starting to regret all those times I wish I could star in my own fairy tale. Fine. I turned my head away, not wanting to meet that smug gaze any longer, but I couldn't tune out his quiet, pleased laughter.
反抗的な相手を屈服させるのはたまりませんね。
He's got that top energy that I'm just going to rebel against. Oh my sheesh. Yada. I don't like this. It's gonna scare Ivy a little bit. I don't even want to begin to imagine how someone like you ended up in a minister of a royal court. Oh, you okay, Ivy? Sure, honey. Sure. I'm being threatened here. My gaze snapped back to meet his gaze as I glared at him and he laughed again and began to walk away. He seemed more shadow than man, but I hurried after him, my nerves jangling as I wondered what was going to happen to me.
さあ、着きましたよ。
A guard stood to attention on each side of the door, and as they approached, they moved forward and pulled the doors open. Sadia gestured for me to go first, and the moment I stepped through the doors, the atmosphere changed immediately. Sadia gestured me. Pardon me. What is this place? And it was another grand room, an imposing round table at the center, and seated around the table were 8 young men. They all turned at the sound of my footsteps, and suddenly I was the focus of their attention. Oh, wow. Sheesh! They all had the same sharp, piercing gaze, and I felt suddenly like a rabbit, faced with not one, but 8 predators. And like a rabbit, if I make the mistake of running, their eyes were fierce and savage, yet somehow majestic as well, and it was hard to look past that and see the people they were. He's pretty. But as I slowly took in the scene before me, I realized 2 men I'd met outside the palace were among them. And then I realized the 2 men I'd seen on a horseback in town were there too. I was still grappling with that unexpected surprise when...
まさかまた会うとはな。
Oh, he changed clothes. Honey, it's for Discord and Twitter. Okay, I need to post things. I never played this handsome man to you. Wow. What, you mean more? Oh, you don't know what my house looks like. Well, I don't have a lot of space there to put more men on my wall, to be perfectly honest. They're surrounding me at the moment. Behind me, above me, I have posters on my ceiling. I'll leave it at that. Wait, Leon? You're the focus of 8 predators, gazers, and there's nowhere to run. But what are they offering? Considering the courage you showed, I would at least tell you my name.
まさかまた会うとはな。
Wait, Leon? Okay, today is getting weirder and weirder. And it had only been a few hours earlier that I'd met him in town. At the time, he'd been dressed like everyone else. Yet here he was, wearing clothes that probably cost more than my house. On your ceiling? Baby, I live in a loft. My ceiling's 3 inches above my head, okay? The loft part, like, loft. It's hard to explain. But it's small, okay? Downstairs is really, really tall, like feet and feet above me. But where I am right now is a loft area and it's much shorter. Yet here he was, wearing clothes that probably cost more than my house. Sitting calmly at the table with a smirk on his face.
いけませんね。王子にその口の利き方はありえません。
王子ですか？
気にすんな。俺が敬語はやめろって言ったんだ。
Wait, you're a prince?
ああ、ここにいるやつは漏れなく王子だ。
漏れなく王子だ。You can sleep there? Oh my goodness. This has to be a dream, right? This sort of thing just doesn't happen to people like me. For a brief moment, I actually felt like I was going to faint. And then Sadia placed his hand on my shoulder. Hey, creepy man touching me. Creepy man's touching Ivy. No, protect me, please. No. His grip was firm, but it was there. But it was there to warn me, not reassure me. And I knew then that I wasn't dreaming.
皆様、お集まりいただきありがとうございます。これより先日お伝えしていました通り、ベルセードの承認の儀を執り行います。
Wait, what did he say? Me to spare, honey? What did you say? You want to pin me to your wall? Well, I do like Cabedon. Would you like to pin me to your wall, honey? I will say it's one of my favorite positions, to be perfectly honest. The thing is, are you strong enough to hold me up the entire time? I'm very curious. I guess we'll have to test it out, don't we? He says shower only. Okay, baby. Okay, there it is again. And I swear it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember why Belle is so important. Girl, you read! You will read and you don't know. Tape should work holding you up. What kind of tape that you expect? What, like, industrial tape? Like, shower the most tapered places. Flex tape. And where exactly do you think you think you can get Ivy to do that? Where's my whip? Where's my crop? Get out of here. Get out of here with this talk. You can't come with enough mile of Ivy with some tape. Get out of here. See you flying. You know I'm strong enough, but yes, only one way to find out. Exactly. Can't grab the whip when your hands are taped. Oh no. What are you lot planning to do to Ivy? Oh my god. Cat person, help! My Vulpies are trying to kidnap me. Oh my goodness.
はじめに彼女を紹介します。
Hi, I'm Miss Ivy. Call me Miss Ivy.
初回の顔合わせとなりますので、ルーク様から順に自己紹介をお願いできますか。
Prince Luke, is it?
めんどくせえな。
めんどくせえな。
ルーク様。
ルーク様。
やればいいんだろう。
He's not my type. Sorry. I don't like the lazy type. Luke sat the closest to where I stood, and he looked to be the tallest, but he was slouching so much it was hard to be sure. Yeah, I don't like slouches. You have to be strong, strapping, straight up man for Ivy.
ルーク・ランドルフ7いや8番目の王子とかそんな感じだったはず。
7番目のノクトクラインだよ。
He's alright,
俺の部屋
but he's a playboy though. Ivy don't let them fuck boys though. I don't mess with fuck boys. Exactly. And no super pretty like, you know, I'm gonna fuck every girl in sight guy either. But men, it's always the super pretty men who are fuckboys. Like, if you're super duper handsome, you take care of your skin, you've got nice hair, you wear nice clothes, you put a bit of cologne. These are all fuckboy traits, unfortunately. I mean, I've never met a man who was that dapper and like really good looking who wasn't a fuckboy. I'm sorry. Especially in Japan. Like, all these really super duper handsome men are sleazeballs. That's why I don't think looks are that important, to be perfectly honest. Oh, look at men are gay. Oh no. Yeah, it's either they're gay or they're fuckboys. Honey. Wait, what happened? I had to send something quickly. Ivy's explaining her taste, okay? I'll put it plainly. No femboys. One. No gay boys. I'm kidding. Not from me. I like looking at them and watching them do things to each other. But I'm a girl, so I can't do anything with them. And I don't like this type of playboy here. If being handsome means you're gay. No! What do you mean? Don't say that. If being handsome means you're gay. No, I mean, like, there's some, like, not like just handsome. There are plenty of handsome men who aren't gay, baby. Talking about like super pretty, like pretty men, pretty boys. There's a difference between like gay pretty and straight pretty. For sort of. Sometimes there's a bit of a grey area. Like you can't some gay men are really good at hiding the fact that they're gay. They're just like super sleek, really handsome, and very, you know, give it straight aura, and you find out later that they're gay. Oh wait, Shinzo said gay or European. Exactly, gay or European. See, I was saying how I don't like super pretty men because either they're gay or they're fuckboys, Mito Spear Honey. And I don't deal with fuckboys, especially in Japan. They're only interested in you, you know, for, you know, they want to do, you know, and I'm not that kind of girl. I'm not that easy. No. Like, yeah, you can be pretty and, you know, flirt and whisper in my ear and, you know, do stuff to me. Renzoto, exactly, Shinzo. Exactement. That is literally That is literally Renzoto. He is the epitome of a fuckboy. Alright? He flirts with anything in a skirt or legs or pants or trousers. In those itty bitty skirts that you can see girls' asses out of them. That is him. And that kind of man is sexy. And, you know, you like to be flirted with a man like that. But that's as far as you should take it, okay? Right? He has that fuckboy laugh. Like, I know I'm fucking handsome and you can't resist me. That kind of man. See, I want to smack that kind of man, don't you? Don't you just want to smack one of like men who are like that? Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. I should go back to the game. But I think it was important for Ivy to establish her taste. Okay? I won't say it. Yeah, F-boy VTuber. Oh no. But the funny thing is, even Luca called him a fuckboy though. Even Luca refers to him as a fuckboy. Important character lore here. Exactly. So if you want to woo Ivy, what's important is who you are as a person. Anything outward, anything on the surface is just on the surface. Treat me well. Be good to me. And I'll be good to you. Oh, so good. Just don't deny me my pleasure, okay?
で、こっちが俺の双子の
6番目のリヒトクライン。
Okay, he's hot. Exactly. Nee, Middle Spear, honey. Lichtklein. I can't say that.
6番目のリヒトクライン。
Lichtklein. Okay. Lichtklein. はい、わかりました。I love food. See, I like a man who eats. I like a man who eats. When Kyo was the recent Niji Sanji member, and then he was like, dude, you even have an F-boy laugh to it? Oh, really? I don't remember him saying that, but maybe I can find it. But he does, though. He does. He really does. Those F-boys on Twitter. Twitter? No, TikTok. Those TikTok pretty men who show off all their jewelry and all their perfumes and all their skincare and hair care. You know those types, you know? And I stay clear away. You see me 10 miles away, alright? I say as far away from as extravagant as possible, right?
第五王子のイブクロス。名前は仕方なく教えてあげるけど、気安く呼びかけないでね。
Oi, I told you he was Sun.
ジングランデだ。
What kind of voice? Oh my,
こいつらの
sheesh,
調
this
整
voice.
第一王子になる。
This voice, guys. Oh no. This voice is something in it. Oh my goodness. voice on this one. Listen again. Demon. Right? Listen again, everybody.
ジングランデだ。こいつらの長兄で第一王子になる。
第一王子。Deep waters are lovely, but they're not, you know, most important thing. Ooh, pardon me. Got a little itch. Got a little itchy on my leg. Okay. Ow, that really hurt. Oh, okay. Scratching is not good. I shouldn't scratch. But I can't help it. はい、続ける。
問題児ばかりで大変だろうが、ま、ほどほどに相手してやってくれ。
He seems like the super fatherly type, the kind who really take care of you and give you lovely head pats and things. Jean. He'd be the super, like, sweet one. Who looks like a bear. 誰が heal? Yes, kill, baby, kill.
第三王子のクラビス・ルルーシュだ。
Clavis
クラビ
Lelouch.
さんって呼んでくれていいぞ。
Ivy. Hairball. Hairball. すいません、みんな。ちょっと。Hairball. Hairball. One more time.
第三王子のクラビス・ルルーシュだ。クラビスさんって呼んでくれていいぞ。さっきの見せ物はなかなか楽しかったな。
楽しかった？
シュバもそう思わないか？くだらん。
He said Kurara. His name is Lelouch. Yes, his name is Lelouch. Kurara. Okay, this, like I said, this one is gonna be the hardest to get close to. Absolutely. They will push me away, call me horrible names, put me down, and just tell me that I'm worthless and all that. I don't like men like that.
だが、あの場の度胸に免じて名前だけは教えてやる。第二王子、シュバリエ・ミシェーレだ。
シビアリー・ミシエルだ。そうですか？
最後は俺だな。レオン・ドントゥール、この国の第四王子。
I'm not going anywhere, honey.
改めてよろしく。
I'm still here, honey. I was not going anywhere. Hi, thank you, honey. Yeah, you too. But I still don't know exactly what's going on here. Why am I here?
はあ？君そんなことも知らないでのこのこ城に来たの？
すいません。I was kidnapped. Thank you very much.
サリエル、誘拐してきたのかよ。
人聞きの悪いことは言わないでください。
言わないでください。言わないでください。いや、あんたら絶対彼なんでしょ？ね。違うよ。I am?
しましたよね。
Why is he smiling like that? Why is he smiling like that? He's smiling, but he's threatening me. He is literally threatening me. This smile is a threat. He's saying, play along, bitch, or I'm gonna cut you. That's what this smile is saying, right? That's exactly what this smile is telling me. Play along, or you're getting cocked in a back room somewhere after this, right? That's what he's saying right now. His smile told me I would be wise to shut my mouth, and shut my mouth I did. Exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. Mm-mm-mm. I know this man. You decide. 何これ
古くからこのロードライト王国では次期国王を選定するのは選ばれた国民、すなわちベルの義務となっています。
そうでしたか Oh, wait. It's been so long since the last time I heard about anyone talk about this. But I remember now. And they're called Belle because they have a pure, beautiful heart, right? That's what allows them to make the correct choice.
ええ、そうです。
The last king took the throne before I was even born. So it's no wonder I forgot. Wait, hang on. Forget the history lesson. You mean I'm the next Belle?
さっきからそう申しているでしょう。あなたにはこの中から時代の王を選んでいただきます。
FTF tomorrow? 何の FTF ですか？何？何なの？ It's only 11 o'clock, honey. You're leaving me? You're leaving me to fend for myself, surrounded by wolves. Beast.
あなたにはこの中から、
Are you serious? You want me to choose the king? I have enough trouble choosing what to eat for breakfast. I have to be at school at 7 in the morning. I'm so sorry, baby. Wah. Okay, honey. I relieve you. I relieve you of your duties tonight. Come back to me tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day before my debut, and I need you. Ne? I'll be playing some Minecraft after I finish this. So hopefully I'll see you there tomorrow. Okay. Bye, honey. Kiss me. Bye-bye. One girl, too many prints. Chigao, I need all my princes. To left and right. All other thoughts went clear out of my head as the enormity of what Saria was suggesting hit me. But why me? I mean, this is a decision that affects every single person in Reunderlight. Who am I to decide that?
それは俺も聞きたいね。決め手は何だったんだ、サリエル。
彼女の平手打ちです。
何これ？何これ？その時？そのハプニングですか？I choose a castle horse. Kill all the princes for the one that I like. Okay, baby.
そうきたか。
Ah, well, it was bold. Thank you, baby. So, you were at the festival as well, Saria.
ご明察です。ベル候補を探すため町を物色していたのですが、シュバリエ様に代わって即座に不届き者に手を下すその手腕、惚れ惚れしましたよ。
本当ですか? Of course he likes violent women. He likes violent women. I see. Who else here likes violent women? Raise your hand. You do realize that I did out of desperation, right?
必死になった時ほど、
I know the coordinates to it, I suppose. I can't get over there, honey. Get lost. I'm so gonna get lost. You're in a snow, icy biome. I don't even know what the next thing to get to that area, baby. Not by myself. I'm gonna get lost.
優れた状況判断能力と決断力、そして 不届き者だからと見捨てなかったあなたの公平で美しい心。
In creative? Maybe.
まさしくベルの称号を授けるのにふさわしい逸材です。
I know you're complimenting me here, but the more satisfied Serial sounded, the more uneasy I felt.
私の目に留まったことを末代まで誇りに思いなさい。
そうでしたか? Look, I'm really grateful you think I'm so highly of me, but that doesn't mean I'm qualified to choose.
断ったらサリエル泣いちゃうんじゃない？
え？本当？
それは見てみたい気もするが、時間がないのは確かだな。
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
国王陛下がぽっくり言った以上、早急に新国王を決める必要があるだろう。
Wait, are you saying the king of Rondolite is dead?
クラビス様、一応国民には秘匿している情報ですが。
Thanks for letting me know.
うっかりしてたな。泣いてもいいぞ。
何これ? Did you really just? Huh? I didn't think anyone could get better of you. Maybe I should take lessons from Clavis.
字が出てしまいました。
Why would you hide that from people of Rondolite? That's a really big deal and I deserve to know. Sadiel's smile had a bitter edge to it. But after a moment, he let out a soft, resigned smile. Sigh. Sorry. He gestured to the wall behind me, and I turned to find it covered with a large map.
ロードライト王国は三国に囲まれた小国です。同盟国のベニトアイト、中立国のジェイドとは比較的良好な関係を築けていますが、大国オブシディアンだけは虎視眈々とロードライト王国の領土を狙っています。そのことについてはご存知ですね。
No, not really.
国の体制が安定しないうちに国王の逝去が広まれば混乱に乗じて攻め込まれる可能性があります。
Oh.
実際に国王陛下がご病気になられた際はどこからか情報を嗅ぎつけたオブシディアンが国境に侵攻し、
やばい。
我が国の王子たちが自ら戦場に赴きこれを退けるという事態が発生しました。
やばい。
この意味がわかりますね。
It's so obvious now that I'm surprised I didn't see it right away. But I was now the only common in Rondai who knew the truth, and the weight of that knowledge felt almost too heavy to bear. I won't tell anyone that His Majesty has passed away.
それだけでは足りませんね。私の欲しい言葉はもう一つあります。
何よ? Look, Sariel.
クラビス様もおっしゃった通り、我が国は早急に新国王を決める必要があります。あなたの存在は今やもう国の存亡に関わっているのです。ベルを引き受けてくださいますね。
Look, I get what you're saying, I really do. But I think I need more time to...
ではレオン様、シュバリエ様、彼女をベルとして承認される場合は挙手を。
Ignores everything I'm saying. Hey, I wasn't even finished talking, and I sure as heck didn't say yes. Before I could say another word, Clavier's hand lifted into the air.
早いね、王様。
Dear Highness.
名手のくせにそんな適当でいいのかよ。
Hi, enjoy your food, honey.
俺には関係ないか
Ha! I told you he'd be just... Ooh, it's gonna be a tough nut to crack, this one. Wait, he's your leader, but I thought...
彼らはレオン様とシュバリエ様を中心に二大派閥に分かれています。 内政を重んじるレオン様派と外政を重んじるシュバリエ様派といったところでしょうか。
そうでしたか？
各王子たちの相違は二極化しているため、レオン様とシュバリエ様に決議を委ねることが多いのです。
Well, I guess that makes sense. Well, I'm learning a lot about what goes on in Royal Palace. I feel like I should be taking notes or... Wait, what am I thinking? This isn't time for that. I gotten caught up in the conversation, forgetting the very important matter that Saria was trying to decide without my input.
レオン様、いかがですか？
Our lives in the room turned expectantly towards Leon. Then his amber golden eyes met mine, as bright as sunshine.
お前の意思を聞かせろ。
びっくりした。びっくりした。He wants to know how I feel about this all.
お前の意思を聞かせろ。
Well, I'm glad someone's finally asking me. The words came out in a huff, but Leon only continued to meet my gaze calmly, and it was clear he hadn't taken offense. It felt like he was looking at me, the person that the person that he was only the one what the hell? I can't read. The person that he was the only one there who was, that made me stop and think.
次期国王を見極める力がお前にはあると思う。
What makes you so sure of that? I'm nobody special. I'm just a commoner.
歴代のベルはみんな庶民だ。
Okay, but I still don't see what makes me stand out.
だいたいなんでベル制度なんてものがあると思うの？
No, not really. Leon gave a small nod as if appreciating my honesty, then he grinned at me.
じゃあ、俺たち王家の人間が巷でなんて言われてるかは知ってるか？
It feels awkward saying it to your faces, but they call you noble beast, right?
ああ、はるか昔、権力闘争に明け暮れた王族たちの非道さを野獣と評した民たちが、以降、王家の血筋を引く者たちのことを高貴な野獣と呼ぶようになった。
Lovely moniker. When I was a kid, and I first heard that nickname, I used to lie awake at night wondering if you were all covered with fur. But you're not beast anymore, are you? That's all in the past, right?
いや、ここにいる奴らはみんな私利私欲を持った獣だ。
え？
野心や理想のために人を食い殺す。なんてことも平気でしちまうかもな。
What? I'm really hoping you mean devour figuratively and not literally. I wanted to laugh it off, but I remembered how it felt when I first walked in, and 8 predators had turned their gaze on me.
事実、俺たち王子は戦場で敵をほふる姿を野獣って呼ばれたこともある。お前の前ではまだお利口さんにしてるけどな。
He said for now. MF said for now. But you're right, I don't know any of you. Every one of you could be hiding a beast inside of you. I mean, when we first met...
だから、俺たちにはベルが必要だ。国民の中でも特に美しい心を持った者を規範とすることで、獣から人になるためにな。それに、獣じゃなく、人を王に選べるのは、清く正しい心を持った人間だけだろ。
そうでしたよね。Okay, I get what you're saying, but you're probably right, but I'm still struggling to see how I'm that person.
おや、私の目を疑うというのですか？
No. Hey, don't put words in my mouth.
ですよね。あなたは清く正しく美しい心。
I like how she immediately changes when he says something to her.
私の言葉は絶対です。
そうですね。Don't kill me. Every conversation with you feels like hitting my head against a brick wall.
あとは、お前次第だな。本当に嫌なら俺が跳ねのけてやってもいいが。
けど、
お前、物語が好きだって言ってたよな。
So? Yeah, I did. But what does that have to do with it? Sudden grin lit up Leon's face at my words. He looked almost triumphant somehow.
王を選ぶなんて、そこらの本よりよっぽど面白そうな物語だと思わないか？
I'm not going to lie, I spent the last few hours feeling like I'm in some sort of fairy tale.
し
But
かも、お前が主役の話だ。こんなチャンス、そうそうあるもんじゃねえよな。
damn, you're good as this. You're actually making it sound so tempting. Especially with that gleam in your eyes. Ever since I was little, I've been wishing for something exciting to happen to me. Just like I did in the characters in my books. But I've been starting to wonder if I was just clinging to childhood fantasies. Everyone around me changed, grown up and settled down. It was like I was the only one still dreaming of wilder things. As try as I might, I could never stop dreaming and waiting and hoping for something to come along and change my life. And now that it's right here, all I've done is doubt myself and question everything. I let the panic overshadow the excitement. And I know I can't be half-hearted about this. If I do this, I have to commit to it fully, no matter what happens. But will I ever forgive myself if I walk away from this? What if this is a destiny I've been waiting for my whole life?
どうする？
What if this is a thing that I've been to change my life forever? Suddenly, my mind was made up, and I straightened my shoulders, opening my mouth before I lost my courage again. I want to be Belle. My voice trembled a little, but with excitement, and the second I finished speaking, Leon raised his hand into the air.
では、決まりですね。
Carlington stood up from his chair and turned towards the door.
もう行くのか？
用事は終わった。ベルに媚びを売っといた方がいいんじゃないか？時間の無駄だ。
Can I smack him too?
ベルが誰を選ぼうとも、俺が王になる未来は変わらない。
Really now? You what? His gaze was like ice as it swept around the room, and I shivered as it settled on me.
貴様が邪魔になれば始末する。そのつもりでいろ。
Right. But I hadn't forgotten the feel of his blade against my chin, and I muttered the word under my breath. If anyone in this room meets the definition of beast, it's you. I pressed my lips together, watching him leave, and then Clavis moved to follow, pausing to pat me lightly on the shoulder.
うちのシュバが悪いな。まあ、俺は王座に興味はないが、愉快なことが好きでね。お前の生き様で楽しませてくれよ。
Oi, what am I?
娘。
What am I, a wind-up toy to you, honey? His smile was vivid and captivating, but he put me on guard all the same, and I watched warily until both of them had left.
まったく、あの二人にはしつけが足りないようですね。
そうですよね. Sariel sighed as he spoke, and I glanced over at him, but then I noticed a lazy hand lifting into the air just past him.
ねえ、サリエル、質問。
なーに?
どうぞ、ノクト様。
ベルが国王を選ぶってことは、ぶっちゃけその子口説き落としたやつが王になるってことだよね。
あけすけに言えばそうなります。
Nocta turned to me at once, his full lips curving upwards in a sultry smile. The look in his eyes predatory in a different way.
じゃあ、たらし込むから、よろしくね。
Sure. So for us to just listen to your voice and didn't pay attention, what's the story recap? So basically, this is Beauty and the Beast. I'm Belle, and it is my job to be seduced and wooed by all these princes, and then, in the end of the story, I choose who will be the future king and my future lover, I suppose. And in case anyone didn't know, because this game doesn't really show it at the moment, that there's sex in this game, okay? It gets a bit saucy. There's a bit of sauce in this game, so be prepared. You've got to be kidding me. No.
じゃあ垂らし込むからよろしくね。
そうでしたか? You've got to be kidding me. Thanks, but no thanks.
理解がお早いですね、ノクト様。
もう聞いてられない。
聞いてられない。
垂らし込むなんて。ノクト、君は王子としての誇りと自覚が足りないんじゃない
Depends.
そう思うならイブちゃんは手出さないでよ。
どうして俺が君の言うことを聞かなくちゃいけないわけ
I was still grappling with the enormity of what I agreed to, and it seemed surreal to hear them talk about it so flippantly.
なんだ、結局イブも垂らし込む気になったのか。忙しいやつだな、お前さんは。
こんな庶民でも一応ベルだからね。王座は俺にこそふさわしいって認めさせる必要。
Okay, I admit he's really pretty. He's super pretty. There are plenty of other ways to do that besides seducing me.
おう、至極まっとうな意見だな。
What do you have in mind then?
つうか、そろそろやめてやれよ。そいつ、困ってんだろ。
Luke stood up from his chair and then the others fell silent as they turned to face me.
なんかあったら、頼ってくれていいかな。
Alright. Thank you very much, Prince Luke.
それやめろ。ルークでいいし、敬語もいらね
but...
え。レオンのことも呼び捨てだっただろ。俺も様って呼ばれんの好きじゃねえ。
Well, okay then. Luke it is.
ちょっと、結局君も垂らし込んでるじゃないか。
何これ
違う違う。ルークは天然たらしの素質があるだけだ。お前さんたちもせいぜい頑張りなさい。
せいぜい頑張りなさいよね。You want Ivy's heart, you have to woo her. I am not easy. Jin pulled a lollipop out of his pocket and popped it into his mouth with a grin.
ジー、お前は他人事か？
本当に。
王座なんてもんはクソほどどうでもいいからな。
どうでもいいからな。Well, I wasn't expecting that from a prince.
俺はどうでもよくないから、お近づきの印にノクトって呼んでね。
ノクトって呼んだね。
俺は許さないよ。ちゃんと様付けすること。
Your Highness. Oh my sheesh, pretentious.
堅苦しい言い方は好きじゃない。お前さんの好きなように呼んでくれ。
Hi. Well, thanks all of you. So Nocto, Eves, and Jean it is.
ちょっと、人の話聞いてた？
聞いてないよ。
くだらない。
You too? くだらない。
くだらない。
そうでしたか? Wait, you've been so quiet. I'd almost forgotten you were here. But it was the first thing Lichto said since he'd introduced himself. And I blinked as he stood abruptly from his chair.
リヒト、いつもそう突き放すようなことを言わないの。友達いなくなるよ。
Oi.
元からいない。必要もない。
I'm guessing he's the lonely, brooding type. I had enough of that with Jean.
またそうやってすぐ一人になろうとするんだから。あ、ちょっとリヒト、どこ行くの？
部屋に戻る。
リヒト、王座に興味ないの？
答えるまでもない。
Listo avoided everyone's gazes, his eyes remaining downcast as he stepped quietly out of the room. I think I'm gonna have trouble getting to know the real Listo.
ま
So some of you really want to be king, and some of you aren't interested in that at all.
俺たちは全員異母兄弟とはいえ、思想も何も違うからな。
Wow, his father got it on with 8 different women? Sheesh! Okay, 7 since one of them, there's twins here. So what about you then? Do you want to be king? I turned to meet his golden amber eyes head on, and he wore at me with a smile that was more regal than I was expecting.
俺が王になれる器の男か。お前のその目でちゃんと見極めろよ。
そうでしたか? Okay. I studied him, my thoughts whirling. Then a sound of hands clapping bursting together cut through the room.
ご観覧中申し訳ありませんが、彼女に案内したい場所がありますので、これにてお開きにしましょう。
Oh, whatever you say, crazy guy, you want to kill me. Sadia led me out of the room, and soon we entered another grand room, even more opulent than I'd ever seen so far. This must be the throne room, right? Where the king holds audiences with his people. I thought I felt out of place when I first entered the palace, but being in the throne room is just unbelievable. Plush red carpet ran down the center of the room, leading all the way to the lavish throne that sat at the far end. Next to the throne was a pedestal, and atop sat a single rose, sealed away in a glass dome. What's the rose for?
代々国王陛下が崩御された際には、バラを用意することになっています。
へえ。
あれがすべて散るまでに、時代の王を決めなくてはいけないというルールなんですよ。
本当? So I have a time limit?
ええ。あのバラは特別な品種でして、およそ1ヶ月は咲き続けます。
I got 1 month to be seduced by these men. I only have 1 month to figure out which prince deserves the throne? You do realize there's 8 princes, right? But I kept quiet as I followed Sadiel into the room until he stopped just before the throne and turned to face me again.
その他、ベルセードに関する規約事項は、すべてこちらの誓約書に記載しております。
Sadiel snapped his fingers as several summons appeared seemingly out of nowhere. Did they just follow you around waiting for you to do that? I know, right? I watched in disbelief as they placed a table in front of me, piling it high with pages scrolled in impossibly tiny text. Please tell me you do not expect me to read all of this right now.
分かりきったことをお聞きになるんですね。
Oi, you can't be... Damn, you really are serious, aren't you?
こちらすべてに目を通したら、誓約書にサインをお願いいたします。
Oi. I feel like I'm about to sign my soul away to the devil here.
必要なことですから。サインをいただきましたら、あなたをお部屋に案内しますね。
Hi. Okay, but what?
どうしました？
I have to live here? Please use the purity in your heart to choose the king for us, won't you? Is Ivy pure of heart, everybody? Or am I too down bad and unsafe to be pure?
サインをいただきましたら、どうしました？
Did you just say you're going to show me to my room?
言いました。
Really? My room?
それ以外何があるのです？
You're talking about my room in my home down in town, right?
宮廷に用意させたあなたの部屋のことです。ベルに選ばれた方は、その役目を終えるまで王城に住んでいただきますから。
何これ? Wait, why didn't you tell me this sooner? Why didn't I think of it myself? I've been dreaming of starting in my own fairy tale, but I've forgotten that they always started with the heroine's life being turned upside down. I can't just drop everything and live here for a whole month. What about my job at the
す
bookstore?
でにオーナーと連絡を取り、臨時の従業員を手配済みです。
Okay, well, what about all my things? I need to go home and pack my clothes and...
全部あなたの部屋に運ばせています。
Of course they have. You broke into my home? Never mind. Of course you did. But okay, fine. But what about Rio?
はい、こちらに。
Eh? Sadia snapped his fingers again and I stared at him. Oh my sheesh, what's happening now?
数時間ぶり会いたかったよ。
Eh? What? Rio came hurrying to the throne room and I stared, not just at him, but at his clothes he was wearing. It's like you're playing at being a butler or something. Although that outfit's so good, you look like the real thing. Rio, what's with those clothes?
俺、晴れてここに就職が決まったんだ。
Here? You mean at the palace?
ベルセードの福利厚生の一つです。王女はペット可なんです。
何をペットですか？人これのペットですか？え？その人私のペットですか？あれI have a pet named Rio, no? ペットリオ、はい、チュチュチュ、はい、チュチュチュ、ヘッドパッド、チュチュチュ、チュチュチュ。何これ？a pet?
あなたのペットでしょこれ。
何これ？何これ？何？もう一回いい？
あなたのペットでしょこれ。
あなたのペットでしょこれ。面白い。
本屋に入った際ワンワンしつこく泣いてきたので仕方なく連れてきたのです。
何よもうThis guy, I guess he was kind of begging for it, wasn't he? Remember, when we first meet Rio, he does say that he belongs to me. I guess he fulfilled that duty, didn't he? He's mine, my little petto. Okay, which one of you wants to be my petto? Ne? I gave you lots of head pats, lots of love and attention. Ne? Ivy さんのペット欲しいですか？誰が欲しいかにゃ？誰のペットかにゃ？しずく待って、メットさん、私のペット欲しいですか？エンジョイヤさん、私のペットですか？チョイスありますよね。You have a choice. ね。スイートハローさん、私のペットですか？ね。はい、ヘッドペット。私のペット。Nice. I give you love in head pats and special treatments. いいですか？誰が私のペット欲しいかにゃ？
いやー、君が急にベル候補に選ばれてちょっと取り乱しちゃったんだよね、俺。
本当に。
サリエルさんが話のわかる人でよかったよ。
Yes, baby. I mean head pats and head pats. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. I expected Sadiel to have come back for that, but I was surprised by his silence that followed. Okay, he's scaring me again. Sadiel is in my imagination feeling like a little wary of all of a sudden.
そんなことはありませんよ。
そうですね。I never wished to have been a fly on the wall so badly in all my life. Just how did you get the better of Sadiel, Rio? Before I could ask anything more, Sadiel cleared his throat discreetly. Hit the button. Arigato. Thank you. Thank you. I do enjoy headpats. But before I could ask anything more, Sadiel cleared his throat discreetly.
ちょうどいいので彼にはあなたの世話役をさせます。
そうでしたか？
ご主人様の命令にはしっかり従いなさい。犬。
はい。何があっても俺が守るから安心してね。
はーい。Thanks, Rio. And sorry for getting you caught up in this.
全然。むしろ本当に君をご主人様って呼べる日が来るなんて
ああ、夢みたい。
E. There's a machine near me, so it's a bit hard to hear. Oh no, I'm sorry, honey. Ayong. Ayong. Yeah, put the volume up a bit higher for you, okay, baby? Ne. どうでしたか? どうでした?私のペット? Okay, stop right there. Don't call me that. But I'm actually really glad you're here. Being your usual goofy self, I feel a lot less alone all of a sudden.
さあ、ペットと遊ぶのは後にして、さっさと規約事項を読んでください。
Hi. I sighed and turned back to the giant pile of paperwork. But the language was dry and the words all seemed a blur together. There's no way I could read all this in one go, even if I managed to stay awake somehow. I'll be all here all night. I'm just going to have to trust that there's nothing awful in here. Oh no. No! Dotted line, honey! Read a dotted line! I flipped quickly through the rest of the pages, barely even scanning them. Then reached the quibble for waiting nearby. I signed my name, some name, and told us I wish I'd satisfied, touched the page next to my signature.
ありがとうございます。
There I go, signing myself away without reading a single word of the paperwork in front of me. Who does that?
我が国の王子たちは一筋縄ではいかないくせ者揃いですが、どうかあなたのその汚れなき御心で
私はピュアですか?
お選びくださいね。
アイビーさんピュアですか? Hey, that's news to me. I will. I'm going to do this right, no matter what it takes. I looked up, meeting Saria's gaze, and for the first time since I met him, his smile seemed genuine, with no ulterior motive. Unlike earlier, where he smiled like he had a dagger in my heart.
じゃあ早速だけど、俺たちの新しいアイノスに行こっか。
何これ? I think you mean my room. Just mine, right? Maria's grin is light-hearted, teasing voice made me feel a bit better, and I grinned back at him as I turned away from Sariao. I'm still really worried about what comes next, but I chose this, and whatever happens, I'm not going to regret that. I glanced back as we walked away, just in time to see the first petal break away from the rose and flutter to the bottom of the glass stone. I need to learn more about the princes and more about Riddlenet itself, and then I'll be able to choose the best king. After Miss Ivy and Rorio left the throne room,
これから忙しくなりそうですね。
Sadia turned away, glancing down at the Covenant, just as the gust of wind blew in through the front open door. Clause 99. Once the selection process is concluded, Belle is forbidden from having any further contact with the chosen king in any capacity. So if I fall in love with one of these guys and actually choose him to be king, we can never see each other again. What the hell? Girl. But who could have known then that those simple words were so cruelly twist the fate of all that was to come after. Here we go. Character selection. It's time to choose my prince. Where did I data? Oh my sheesh! Wow.
俺に教えろよ。真実の愛ってやつを。
難しい。誰が How do I choose one of them? They're all so handsome and sticky. Kazuki Kato ですか? The brave and friendly fourth prince is liked by almost everyone. People look up to him, and his confident smile is infectious. He has a secret though, and this secret is big enough to shake the very foundations of the kingdom if it were to ever be found out. August 1st, 182, Lion. Second Prince Cavalier. The prince who will use any means to achieve his goals, even if it stains his coat red with blood. Not many dare to approach this heartless beast. But will you? Can you turn this beast back into a human? November 1st, his birthday. Tiger. Don't let this prince's beauty fool you. For his naughty and proud nature, and the fact that he's as fickle as a cat makes him hard to tame. But the pain expressions he sometimes makes when he thinks no one is looking, just what exactly is he hiding? Nocto Klein. Lichto, the younger twin brother and complete flirt, but he's clever enough to outwit just about anybody. You notice that his flippant behavior just comes from trying to hide scars that run deep. Will you be able to heal those scars? 178. Me as a king? I don't mind the king role player. That's a note to that, honey. Sorry. Lichto, Nocto's older twin brother, and is cold as ice. He hates being with people. He's most often by himself, but when you find that he's kind, you hear about his shocking past that forced this gentle prince to put up with so many walls. Will we be able to break down these walls? See, that's too similar to Jean. And we don't want another Jean type of, relationship, Clavis loves amusement, above all else. Like, swipe! This is Prince Tinder? Is this Prince Tinder now? It's like, sorry, swipe. Little Prince Tinder profiles. Oh my goodness. Some adore him, some hate him. But whatever you do, don't trust him. He'll do anything to have fun. And his biggest source of amusement is Cavalier. He's definitely up to something, but what could it be? You want the horse? Oh dear. Wrong game, honey. I'm not playing that little horsey ultimate game. No. You'll have to use points. You have to use your points to get me to play that game, okay, honey? Want to cause some trouble with me? Oh dear. Here's Jean. This is the one Enjoyer likes. You like a big bear type of guy, honey? You want a big bear to take care of you, honey? The mature first prince is reliable and quite the lady killer. But even though he flirts with you, he's made a promise to himself that he plans to keep. The promise? Never to fall in love with Belle. No! They all look attractive to me. They're all really attractive. Oh, sweet hollow. Wrong game, honey. He's pretty fit though. He's quite fit looking. I admit that. Luke, the one I least like, unfortunately. I don't like the lazy layabout types. Luke is the youngest of the princes, but his height reminds people of the bear. He's a bit of a lazy type. See, I told you. The rest are fuckboys. But, yeah. Yeah. And also charming and lovable. but there are times when a shadow crosses over his eyes, and you don't know why. May 19th. Bear. Yes, of course. Yes, beware the Altamont. He's very, very mean. I could choose Zariel. I get punished and beaten and tortured by this guy. I get enough of that from my lord. Oh no. No. A minister of the palace and the king's regent. Everything about him is shrouded in mystery, but the way he devises to get what he wants earns him the nickname of the Devil. Why is he here, and what does he want? Oh, he's an Aquarius. Oh dear. Quest is a snake. Of course, it's a bloody snake. There's no harm for him sucking up to me. Oh my sheesh. He really wants me to pick him. Oh my word. Rio Ortiz. Your friend and butler. Obsession 3 years ago. Oh no. I don't know about him. He's cute though. He's a sweetie, but dog. My little dog boy. He's my little dog boy. He's my little dog boy. I don't know. Why do Japanese games put so much emphasis on the voice actors? Because they make the story come to life, you know? As a bit of a voice actress myself, it's rather important, honey. It's rather important, wouldn't you say? The story is great and all, but I mean, I wouldn't be half as interested in these guys if it weren't for their beautiful, gorgeous voices, saying all those lovely things to me. Nah. Summary. Read this little comic strip for a summary of the story. Left to right, please. Wait, right to left, please. ID. Once upon a time, in a kingdom of roses, you lived a noble life working in a bookstore, only to get kidnapped and taken to a palace. And there you meet 8 handsome but deadly princes. Here's the picker. Like to have the voice actors on display like it's something. They do, yeah, I mean, Genshin does it. And Genshin is not Japanese. And I'll tell you something else. This game isn't actually Japanese either. It's from a Chinese company. Just like Genshin is. It's from China. This game is from China. It fools you into thinking it's Japanese when it's actually Chinese. Chinese developer. Japanese team, but made in China. Just like Genshin is. Yep. But yeah, the voice actors are very important, okay? And I hear no word against them. Rawr. Asian cutes. Okay, honey. That's all I play, though. Blizzard doesn't count. I mean, do you know the voice... I know the voice actors for Apex, too. And that's not Japanese. And I know the voice actors for Overwatch. And that's not Japanese either. I mean, not every game puts as much emphasis on as the Japanese. Games in Asia do. However, voice actors in other games are also important. I mean, you know the voice actor for Darth Vader. I mean, most people do. The voice actor for Darth Vader. He's quite important. Or the voice actor for the Joker, who's also related to Star Wars. Oh, the voice actor for, who else? Batman or Superman or something? You're like, huh? Okay, I guess you don't know. You don't know a voice actor for the Joker? How old are you, honey? It's okay, baby. It's okay if you don't know. I mean, voice acting is important to me, so I guess I wouldn't know what it's like to not care about voice actors because I've always been interested in them. Yes, of course he has, but the most iconic voice actor for him. I won't spoil it for anybody who doesn't know already. I want you to figure it out for yourself. He's the most, voice actor for him. He did the iconic voice. He did the iconic laugh and everything. He's so good as the Joker. And he has a Star Wars connection. Exactly. Mark Hamill. He's the only one you know. He is the best. He's the top. He's top, tip top. There's no one who could be him. He's also the voice of Xehanort in Kingdom Hearts. Wolfie, welcome. I'm about to choose my prince, and it's not going to be this guy here, by the way. I'm no tsundere. I want a man who's going to love me, but not too much. Welcome, Wolfie. Here's your fanfare. And I don't want a man who's going to be, like, super mean to me, so... No, not this guy here. He's not even available to choose either. Thank goodness. Ivy doesn't want to get abused. Again, I get enough of that from a lord. I know who I want. Okay, he's available. I do like Eve's, though. Eve's might be my second choice. But no one who's mean. Jin's alright too, though. I think Jin's alright. And no one who's lazy. I don't like no lazy boys. No. Nice and head pats. Thank you. Arigato. Ivy needs an active man to satisfy her. You gotta be active, honey. Shower me with love and affection, but have your own life too. Just love and affection, just not too much, you know? Here we go. Leon Dompteur. Leon Dompteur.
王の資質は血に宿るのか、それとも人格に宿るのか。俺の生き様で証明してやるよ。
助かる。
俺の手を取ったが最後、お前の世界は変わっちまうが。さて、どうする？ベル、俺から目をそらすな。
He called me Belle.
俺もお前から目をそらさない。
He called me Belle. He said Beru. I like him. Oh my sheesh. Bedroom scene. Romantic route, dramatic route. Stay with me and hold on to me forever, because I'll always be here for you, holding on to you too. Oh my. Romantic route and then dramatic route. Clear both routes for bonus mini prince and his side story. My sheesh. Here's a preview.
真実の愛、それは俺にとって幻のようなもの。
幻のようなもの。そうでしたか？ I won't read this. There's no point because you're gonna read it. You're gonna hear it pretty soon. He's not talking. Okay, never mind. Let's get out of here. Can I skip this? I don't want to be too spoiled. No spoilers. No spoilers. Oh my sheesh. Oh my sheesh. Whoa, okay, I got spoiled a little bit. Oh no! Oh my goodness. No, don't look! Don't read, everybody! Don't read it! No. Don't read. Skip. I don't want to be spoiled. Okay, let me look at somebody
貴様は
else.
不要だ
Not you.
俺はかわいそうな王子なんかじゃない
Okay, maybe you. Because
Some
I'm
of
not
you-
gonna choose him. So
ルールが
I
誰を選ぼうと
want
俺が王になる未来
I'm
は
not choosing
確
him.
約
So
されて
yeah,
いる
let's see what he'd be like. You're the only woman worthy of the king's affection. He's cruel, though. How do I win this beast heart? Spoiler.
真実の愛それは俺にとって不要なもの
He... Brutal beast. And his name is no metaphor. Now, my clothes are stained because of this vermin. Oh my sheesh. What, me? When you appeared before me, you were a genuine beast surrounded by deep red petals, scented by iron. You mercilessly cut people down without a second thought. You were as cold as a frozen sea on both outside and the inside, and there was no love within you. Even so, when I swallowed my fear and faced the cruel beast, a spell, truth began to emerge. Wow. Interesting. His story seems very good. Uh-oh. Wow, he is kind of a douche. And really cruel. Don't you have any shred of humanity in your heart? I don't need such a thing. Wow. Yeah, I don't no. No, not for me. I knew it wouldn't be for me, and he definitely is not.
俺はかわいそうな王子なんかじゃない誰もが俺を認めなくても俺だけは俺を認める
This one has a lot of self-hate. I like that either.
貴
Okay.
様は
I
王
know,
の
I-
資質
yeah.
は血に宿るのか
I want him.
それとも人格に宿るのか俺の生き様で証明し
Oh,
て
I
や
get
る
his card too. Charismatic hero. You can change characters at any time. I think I'll be okay sticking with him.
俺の手を取れよさあ
楽しそうだし行ってみよっか
I
楽しそうだし行ってみよっか
gotcha. Alright. Let's get some cards.
よーく聞いておけよ
Alright. Diamonds or tickets or gold. Avatars. Sure. Oh, what the hell? Wow. Yeah, that other part was the prologue, honey. I'm drinking tea now. I want some tea too. Oh, that's a nice card. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see who we get. Not the ones I don't like, I hope. Here we go. No, that's a beautiful. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the princiest of them all?
君の隣は
Ah, the cat
俺
boy.
以外ありえない
Yep, I knew it was him.
今迎えに行く
Ima mukai ni iku? He's all like, Nya? Nya? Look at him. Sheesh. I'm fine with Catboy here. Edit my party. I only have 2
聞き逃
cards.
すなよ
Okay.
これくらいちゃんと聞けるよね
Oi. Special bonuses? Yes, okay. Consecutive salons. Salon time. I If you don't know what a salon is, you know, you hang
お
out,
待たせ。
you have tea, you
俺と遊んでね。
conversation.
お前ってほんと可愛いよな。
Oh, my
可愛くて仕方ね
my
えよ。
intimacy goes up, and you get gold as well for doing these things. Just like in Ikemen Vampire, but in Ikemen Vampire it's called Battle. Take a tutorial. You can read up to 5 chapters, 5 paths, just like in Ikemen Vampire, for free every day. Your free ticket will be refreshed every day, so make sure you play every day. Ha ha ha. No, thank you. I have other games to play. Honey's story right now. No, I'm getting stream.
心して聞きなさい。
Okay, I know this already.
お前と一緒にいるとほんと飽きねえよ。
Okay? Prince Leon grins at me in the sunset. Take my hand, and your whole world is going to change forever. The choice is yours. Okay, let's see the home screen.
貴様か。ちょうどい
Welcome
い。
bonus.
退屈しのぎに。ちょうどお前の顔見たいと思ってたとこ。
Thank you.
ちょうどお前の顔見たいと思ってたとこ。
Sheesh. Why the circles? The touch event. Beauty in the night is out now. Oh, okay. Is this like the kissing one from the other game? Oh dear, what the hell? I don't ever want to hear Miss Arby's name come from your filthy mouth again. What are you worried about? I'm going to do nothing to you, but I do need to get rid of her for being in my way. So, here I am, just as you wanted, all alone. Now what are you waiting for? I'm ready if you are. Sirs, I ask you don't use sword in such a tight space. You might damage the books. This is my country, my people, and I will protect what is important to me, no matter what. You'll pay for this, in blood. Let me ask you, who was really caught in whose trap, do you think? The beast will risk it all to protect the woman they love, no matter what. That's a side story, by the way. It's not part of the main story we're doing. Bright blue cloudless sky that bathed the palace in light. The middle of the round table room was dark and gloomy. Wait, we're doing this now? Wait, I'm not ready to do this now. It ends tomorrow anyway. Sheesh. Anyway. Memories. Add memories already? Interesting. Okay. That little side story thing. It's basically a side
心し
quest.
て聞きなさい。
I can do that later. Not on stream, where you'll dox myself. Exactly what I want to do. Hi. Diamond said, I'm not spending any
第
money.
四王子レオン・ドントゥール。俺から目そらし
Yes. Very nice. Very good. I'm not doing this event. Why is it keep trying to get me to do this event, guys? Thanks for the hearts.
第四王子
You need
レ
to
オン・ド
stop
ントゥール。
this.
俺から目
Oh, those are the events that I've already gone through. Okay. Understood. Host consecutive ones. That's the best thing to do is host as many as possible so you don't have to go through it over and over and over again. Just like the battles, consecutive battles in Ikemen
よろしく
Vampire.
な。
お待たせ。
These are my cards, and I have a salon with the other
です。
people. So, oh, she look really good there. Damn you, Sadia. Why are you gonna be so fucking sexy?
お前ってほんと可愛いよな。可愛くて仕方ねえよ。
And I increase my bond with them. I can do a gacha again. Oh, battery's dying, guys. I gotta stop eventually. Sure, I have that many stuff to do this. This is for the gold. Okay. Conquer his art. That's something else.
もうこんな時間か。
Mission board. Goodbye, cruel world. You have the blessing of the divine fox. Nothing's happening to you, honey.
聞き逃すなよ。
Okay. Good. Happy? Finished? Thank you. There's a lot of stuff we have to do when you first log into the game and do your daily stuff. Testing if my luck is still there. It is. Choose a card for your home. Use fast story tickets. Change your avatar's outfit. Follow through play. Register your birthday. Play the gold gacha ones. Host 15 salons. Make your account and log in tomorrow. So these are all things I have to do to clear the mission board to get some pretty things for Ivy. Okay, what else? Check my inbox. Let me get choose a card for home screen. Done that already. Inbox. Just like a Human Vampire, so I got story tickets, diamonds, gacha ticket. Got ticket times 10. Okay, diamond, cake set, gacha, nighttime bliss, gacha ticket. Wow. They were generous. Very generous. Oh, I got some outfits and shit. Cute! My closet is full. I couldn't claim the eyes. Oh, sheesh. Those are all the events happening now. I can forget about that. No. Where's my avatar anyway?
第4王子、レオン・ドントゥール。俺から目、
News
そらしてくれるなよ。
Look at. Fun, I can look at later. Cavalier's birthday is coming up. His birthday's what?
もうこんな。
Age verification. Okay, I can't do this right now. I won't do that right now. Okay. Let's leave that alone. Okay? Alright.
第4王子、レオン・ドントゥール。
Avatar. Let's dress up my avatar. I can free up some space in the closet.
聞いておいた方がいいと思うけど。
Oh, 3 different kinds of avatars. Avatar. Decorations, furniture. Yeah, just like the other game. So I won't waste my time trying to understand it because I already know. So there's my closet. Oh, there's the classic Belle dress. Twitter campaign. Interesting. Change my avatar. Okay, I can do this. Alright, makeup. What else? Hairstyle. I can go for this one or that one. I like that one. And my dress. I can go for this one. Classic Belle. Very idle looking. And then just wow. I think the outfit goes with this one a bit. And shoes. Oh yeah, those are the shoes for this outfit for sure. Okay. Done.
思わず目を奪われた。
You took my breath
可愛いよ。
away. You look cute. Thank you. Done. His avatar, I don't think I have his yet. Do I? Oh, never mind, I do.
俺にするのか？了解。よろしくな。
Oh. Interesting. So that's his
いいセン
avatar.
ス。
He sends
さすがだな。
Okay. さすがだな。ありがとう。ありがとうな。Yep, and that's it. Here. Okay.
お前ってほんとセンスあるのな。
Thank you. Sell? I don't sell anything. At least not yet. So there we are.
イ
That's
ケ
my
メン王子
avatar, his
美女と野
avatar.
獣の最後の恋。
Alright, so that is it for me today with this game. Wow, it seems really interesting. Just as I thought, I did not have to pre-record anything because the first playthrough they give you a lot to do. Ow. And yeah, oh, oops, sheesh. Not mean to do that. You get so much to do, you don't have to worry about a thing. Thank you.
もうこんな時間
So
か。
I'm gonna switch
それじゃ。
gears and play a little
おやすみ。
Minecraft for like an hour or so.
いい夢を、ベル。
But I'm gonna go downstairs first and get something to get something to drink. Wash my hands because I touched my phone when I was sneezing and coughing earlier.
第
So
4王子
thank
レオン・ドントゥ
you
ー
all
ル。
for watching.
俺から目
I played
そ
this
らしてくれるなよ。
game. It's been fun. I haven't gotten to play a nice Otome game since pardon me. Oops. Sheesh. I haven't gotten to play a nice Otome game since pardon me. I haven't been able to play. Oh, the sound went away. Oh no. Oh no. Get out.
いい夢を、
That was weird.
ベル。
Anyway, yeah, so I haven't been able to play any Ultimate games since the whole happened with Ikemen Vampires in the end, or close to the end, that they made it kind of impossible for me to free to play
第4王子
for a while,
レオ
so I
ン・ド
have
ントゥー
to
ル。
just
俺から目
wait
そらして
until
くれ
I
るなよ。
can whale or something. Anyway, but I have another game to play and I'm really excited. Oh, thank you so much, Enjoyer. Wow, ありがとうございます。
もうこんな
It's
時間
Ivy
か。
feel really good.
それじゃ。
Music to my ears. Chinese need a lot of money. Yeah, honey, exactly. Why does it keep turning off? Oh, that's why.
おやすみ。
I know why.
いい夢を、
I know why now.
ベル。
Sorry about that, everybody. Maybe put something on. Which trailer? Okay. Oh, he has a trailer. I can't play it, can I? Nope, it's yelling at me. I'll have to send these to you. I'll have to send these to you guys so you can watch them later.
第4王
Yeah,
子
so
レオン・ドントゥ
I'm
ール。
going to play
俺から目そらしてくれるなよ。
So handsome. I'm gonna play some Minecraft for a little bit. So if you'd like to stay and watch, you can. I'm gonna end the stream and
もうこんな時
change the
間か。
title and start
それじゃ。
over again.
おやすみ。
Yeah, so that'd be fun.
いい夢を、
If you want to
ベル。
watch Ivy build and do stuff. And if you don't, you're perfectly okay to say goodbye. But I'm just gonna switch games and stop the stream so there'll
第
be
4王
one
子レオン・ド
single
ントゥール。
video for
俺か
this
ら目
game.
そらしてくれるなよ。
Oh, it's gonna keep doing that until I end the stream. Until I end this part of the stream anyway. So, thank you everybody for watching. It's been so much fun.
もうこんな時間か。 それじゃ。
I can get out of the game now,
お
so
や
I'll
すみ。
stop thinking myself. Okay. Done. So, ありがとうございます. Fun games. Gorgeous men. What more can I ask for? Disha? But now I'm gonna stop the stream and restart it like a second later. It's really just gonna stop and restart. That's literally what's gonna happen here. Stop and restart. That is what's happening right now. Just give me a moment to start up my mic, my controller, because I play with controller. I play Bedrock, if anyone here doesn't know. Creeper, oh man, oh dear. No creepy man for life. Hope it needs to be updated, or nor. Yeah, the thing needs to be updated. Anyway, so let me end the stream and change the name of the stream and start all over again. So let me change the name right here. I think that person fell asleep on me. Sad Ivy. But Bunny, you're here. You can keep us company. Okay. Name of the stream is changing right now. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Okay. And the stream is going to end and then start over in like a second. So, here you go. Just refresh if you don't see me. Okay. 3, 2, 1.